Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lonely Knoll Gaming. Thanks for stopping by. Um, my name is Droog, and we'll be playing Void Bastards today. If you want to label it, we would call it like a first-person looter shooter. You basically make runs on derelict spaceships, and gather what supplies and valuables you can, and then you return and use like parts and things to make new weapons and other equipment. So you can carry on and go to some of the harder ships and so forth. But yeah, let's get that switch over to the game video here, and let's see here. There we are. So yeah, here we are in Void Bastards. So as you can kind of tell, these guys are basically what happened is the main ship, which is a big prison transport that's holding like a million prisoners, has entered into the Sargasso Nebula. It doesn't really say why. I think they may have. So it was attacked by pirates, and now it's adrift, and all the crew are dead. The only thing that's still active on board before you come along is the AI computer. So what it has done is rejuvenated you. You're basically all the prisoners are basically dehydrated in a dehydrated form, um, and when they need them activated, they just rehydrate you and give you a gun and say, "Here, go do this." And that's what we're doing. We're basically um, you don't really have a lot of choice in the matter. You're basically just sent on these missions to help fix the ship, um, and maybe try to survive. Yeah, so let's get to this. Now I did just start a game. I don't have the intro video for you, but if I happen to die, it's basically like permadeath. So it's permadeath for the characters, but you can still keep going on. Basically, what they do is they give you another convict, which may have different traits and things. So, but yeah, there's basically just an endless supply of convicts that they can throw at this task. So, um, well, at least a million of them. And yeah, and there's kind of some dark humor. I want to say it kind of reminds me of like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy a little bit. Some of the humor. And, it's kind of dark, more often than not. But yeah, let's get to the actual game. Oh yeah, so this first client, they call the prisoners clients. His name is Ross, and if you look at his bio, he's towering. So he's tall stature, and he was so tall they couldn't even get his face in the mugshot. Um, and he has the skills of a sniper, which is not too terrible bad. He gets a better chance of getting criticals. Um, okay, we're kind of hurting for food and fuel. We have to come back with more food and fuel, or else we're stuck. So this is gonna be a little harder um, start because as soon as we jump to the next derelict, we're gonna be at zero food, zero fuel. So we're gonna have to be careful what we pick and go from there. Okay, so go to our star map. And this is our gun, by the way. We just have a little pistol. Oh, I had already flown from the mothership down to the Void Ark down to this particular ship, so that's good. So I don't have to spend. So I still have one thing of fuel and one thing of food, and it kind of gives you a rough idea on what you're going to be facing. Um, and each type of ship has certain features to it. So like the luxury ships that we're going to, like the one we're going to, they often have a lot of food and theoretically can have all materials that you need randomly generated in the loot. Um, we're facing two types of enemies. The screws, and the screws are basically they're kind of like the security slash prison guard type folks, and but they're kind of dressed in riot gear. But as you will see, I mean, as you can tell, kind of by the pictures, they're not quite as human as they used to be. And then we also have the outpatients. Outpatients are kind of big and nasty. They can basically spit like this of explosive gel stuff. Like it doesn't immediately explode, but like it's kind of like a grenade. You basically have I don't know, a few seconds. So they'll spit this glob of stuff at you, and then a few seconds later, the glob explodes. If it doesn't hit you directly, that is. So it might be challenging. We definitely need to get food and fuel. That's our big goal, and whatever else, whatever parts we can find. So let's go ahead and dock. Have to pick our weapon, which we only have the one, and board. Okay. So we have, you always basically start at an airlock. This is your little shuttle that you use to fly around the derelicts. And we will have to return here when we're done. When we're done looting. And we do have to worry about oxygen. Basically, we have a time limit on our run, and that's basically the oxygen. But now, if we were to get over to the Atmo room over here, that little box that has O2 on it that lets us refill our tanks, so we can extend our stay on the ship. But yeah, so and then the helm, you can hack the helm computer to find out where loot is and so forth. Let's see what else we got. The suites are just kind of where the passengers stay. The hab is kind of more like the crew quarters. San is sanitation, so like if it'd be like where the janitors and stuff would work. Gen is your the ship generator, so that's like your power center. Um, FTL is basically the engine room, and Garb is it's just a big like room for garbage disposal. All right, let's go take a look and see what they got running around in here. Oh, and we do have these conditions going on the ship. So any security, the gun points are basically security turrets that they shoot pretty much on site, and then peepers are cameras. If the cameras see you, they set off the security alert, which has that can cause problems, obviously. And then the other condition is infighting. So the enemies on board have been fighting each other, so they're all at basically half health. So that'll make it a little easier for that to kill them. And I do only have how many bullets do I got? 48. Okay. So I got a few, but not a lot. Alright, let's get going. Oh my god, this guy is huge. He's way up there. His head's scraping the doorway. If I crouch. Ah. So I'm going to come over here and lock this door, first of all. That'll give me time to loot this room in peace. Okay, there's some food. So it's kind of like this big banquet room. Alright, I think that's it. Let's see anything else blinking. Oh, except for the overhead lights. Oh yeah, see that gunpoint would have shot me right there. But he's off, so we don't have to worry about him. It's kind of spooky sometimes. So anything that's lit up green is usually...
Passengers using XTC stims are requested to keep their squeaking and moaning below 80 decibels.
Anything that's green is usually like a loot container. Okay, so there's nothing over here. Okay. This will be the quarters. There's a bunch of stuff in there. I'm just running down here to lock the doors so I can, again, loot in peace. Okay, there's the oxygen thing. How many? I got 20 merits. You can... The merits basically are like security access or... so I can spend 10 merits to extend my oxygen supply, which I think I will do.
All lights out. No way merit loans are the smart answer.
And then I can always come back here and there's another 15 minutes in the tanks that I can use if I absolutely need to. Alright. Let's go back here and loot these first. Okay, so that was an important part. I think that's it. Go across the hall. Okay.
Fresh whiz rocks are now back in stock. Get them while they're popping.
Do I need to change the volume again? That's really loud. Drop it back down a little bit. Sorry if that's too loud. Okay, so I got the quarters done, or the guest quarters. We'll go down through ammo to the Jenny, and then work our way the other way. That door shut, that door shut. We don't even need to go into garbage unless we really want to. There might be some like loose loot in there, but otherwise they would, if there was something valuable in there, they would kind of tell you, put the little yellow stars on there. Okay. So I need to go back this way. Yeah. Down through ammo. There's a generator room. Shit. That's a screw. Let's try to sneak. There's my fuel. Oh. Stupid things. You tripping over stuff. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I need to go in there. Okay, so that one in FTL has a security lock on it. Looks like they're kind of chasing me going around, so I could go back in. That's probably the screw over there. I don't know if it's worth it. Let me see, how many food did I get? I don't know yet, do I? Inventory. Well, yeah, 6 food, 3 fuel. I think we're gonna get out of here because we're just getting started. I don't need to start a fight with a bunch of spitting mutants. This guy's so big. Yeah, look at all that. All right. And all these other little weird things you pick up. You got fingers and eyeballs and all kinds of gross stuff. But yeah, they go to your parts thing. Is it inventory? Yeah, down here at the bottom, materials. That's it. So they basically get scrapped and turned into these basic components like biomatter, data. Plasma is kind of like plastic. Slag is like metal. Volts, I think that's kind of like batteries. Or something like a battery that holds energy. Okay, so we did all right. Workbench. I don't think we can. Oh, we can make a zapper. Yes, please.
This is exciting. Your KPIs are really trending up.
Yeah, shush you. All right. So a zapper stuns a target, super effective against mechanical foes, and then it tells you what the next upgrade is going to be like. Um, yeah, so it's basically a short-range taser, and as it said, it works better on like the turrets and that sort of thing. Um, so we have that as a weapon now, along with our sidearm. And you can always like spend time resting, like it shows down here. It costs a food because you're sitting around on the ship not doing anything. But the time still passes and you got to eat. But then you can restore a little bit of health. Now you do that anyway when you're traveling, so I should get most of my HP back between now and the next derelict. Okay, I just need to pick where I need to go now. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's that one. Out to lunch one. I don't think we need to go there. Oh man, and neither one of these are good. Now you can travel there and just not dock at the ship. I mean, it's kind of you're wasting time basically if you do that, but and food, basically wasting resources. Uh, mini Jews. Those Jews are a pain in the butt. We could try that. What's high security? So there's gonna be a lot of turrets, a lot of cameras, and probably a security bot. How many bullets do I got? 36. So I have 36 bullets and 10 zap charges. So 10 shots of the taser. Now these tourists, they're kind of like walking bombs. So I mean, they don't have any offensive capability except to blow themselves up. Which more often than not, they're going to take a few of their fellows with them when they do. But you just got to make sure you're not close when they start to go off. They'll kind of start to shake and whatnot. I don't know. You got to choose between two bad choices. Hard to leave. What can I get from there? I guess medical terminal, which I don't really need. Spikes for a gun that I don't have, and biomatter, which you're probably gonna get that anyway. I'm gonna have to try the high security one, I guess. Despite I mean, I don't have to do the whole thing. I can pop in there, grab a few things, and get out. Um, yeah, that's where we're going. This way to the lion printer. Yeah, the high security, because the security bot, they're kind of a tougher enemy. And if you trigger a security alert, the bot comes to hunt you down. And they're like, I want to say they're fairly sturdy, especially against um, when I just have like a little sidearm. Now the zap charges should work on it, uh, but it's only going to stun it for. It doesn't kill him. It's just going to stun him temporarily. But I think we should be able to manage this for the most part. Okay, let's give it a go. We'll take both weapons, of course, and board it. Okay, we can get right over to the helm without any problems, although it does not. We cannot secure the helm from that one side. I think what I'll do is I'll run over to Atmo here, lock this door, and then go back to the helm and lock that door, just so I can I can start locking down these areas. Oh, there's a gene thing. So the gene rooms, there's this. Yeah, I can actually. I think I spend merits to get like a new trait, and it usually tells you like what ahead of time what it is. You can also use it to remove trait. Like if I wanted to be not towering, um, I could reduce my character back down to normal size, like average size. It won't change his mugshot, but yeah, I might have to pop in there and see what is available for a trait. So he's already got tall or towering and sniper, two good ones. I don't know how many, what the limit would be, but I don't think I've had more than 3 or 4 at most. I assume you could probably just keep getting them, but there may be a cap on it. So we still need fuel pretty bad. I only have 10 merits. I may try to save the merits for the gene machine. All right, let's go. Okay, excuse me. Shit. Right off the bat. I mean, they did say high security.
Surprise, buttface!
Your butt face.
You mother!
Hold still.
Surprise!
Okay. Yeah, those are the ones that. There you go. Crap. Okay, I got that sealed. Man, those guys are a pain in the ass. Got 13. Okay, I got quite a bit of oxygen. So I can.
Remember, wardens are here to facilitate your therapeutic voyage.
I know I said I was gonna save it, but maybe we don't need it. I can't remember. Smoke. This is the one little guy. And I'm down to 12 bullets already. Yeah, I spent a lot shooting that turret. See, can I get into this room from Gene? No. Okay. I locked the only door in. Alright. So I can get rid of towering and get a skulker, which that's not all that valuable.
Enjoy the universe.
Jammy Bludger, that means we can always have
Living with WC
There's always going to be food in the break rooms. That's not a bad one. Or I can add on Boy Scout. Ooh, I kind of like that. 25% of the time a mission's or starts a mission with the full layout map. We're gonna take that. And it didn't cost me anything. That's good. So just to confirm, I check my bio. Yep, he's got 3 now. Awesome. All right, look at all those guys. Yeah, I was wondering why there were so many Jews, but it's because there's a portal in there. Yep. And if I go, okay, so there's an important part over here in the gene room, which I have not looted yet. You have security, has a turret in there. I probably get these okay. There's still another turret though. Now, if these are Jews, that's gonna be a problem. But if they're the tourists, maybe I can get them into blowing up the turret. There's plenty of walls there, so I should theoretically be able to get around that turret without too much trouble, even if I can't blow it up. I can at least zap it and run by it and do the looting and that sort of thing. So there's 4 guys in there. Another portal there, jeez. We'll have to run, if we get over here, we're gonna have to run down here and lock that door so the Jews don't come out. We don't need to get into the generator room particularly. Man, FTL, another turret. Yeah, the turrets are gonna be a pain in the butt. Well, one thing at a time. Let's loot the rest of this room. Then we'll get to this one up here. And if we gotta just loot the tombs and get out, that's fine. Probably could do security as well. I mean, we have to go through security anyway. All right. Let's get these other. Can't see what I'm doing. Okay, I think that's an armor upgrade for armor. Not really an upgrade when you don't have any, but I mean, I guess it kind of is. But, upgrade from nothing to have an armor. You can hear somebody tippy tapping out there, so that's probably a Juve. Yeah, watch out for the turret. And I can run over here and grab that thing down here. Oh, you little shit. Alright. 8 shots left. Oop.
Spunky you.
I have to make them count.
You're right, dick. See you, dickwad.
I got some more bolts for my taser anyway. It's only 3 per clip. That's kind of harsh. I wish I could just do like a melee attack as well.
All clients, please open your feeding hatch. Today's continental breakfast, cheese and onion sandwich.
Oh. So there's a turret down there. Gonna run in here, duck in a door before it shoots me.
I can see you, dickwad.
Come around the corner. One bullet left. Turret can see me, but he cannot shoot me through here, I don't think.
You.
Last bullet. Oh, lock. Alright. What is that over there? Look like bullets. There's like 4 items over there.
Oi! Surprise, buttface!
Well then, oh, I got more bullets on me. Okay, sweet. I didn't see that at first.
You're right, dickbag. I can see you, dickwad.
I can see you too, little shit. More bullets, nice. Wow, quite a bit of bullets. Up to 69. Alright, what else we got in here? So nothing else in the tombs. Oh, look at them all down there. Jesus. That's a big old mess. I'm gonna have for food. Food 6. I mean, not yet to get any additional food. But look at all those guys. I do have plenty of rounds though. Run into the ammo, fill up my tank, lock that door so they're stuck going north. Yeah, there's still turrets I gotta deal with too. A turret in each room, other than the hab. For 2 fuel. What was our current fuel situation? At 3. Do I really want to burn all those bullets just to get? There's 2 items there. Yeah, it's kind of you kind of had to decide. I mean, once you get kind of going after a while, you get enough ammo and stuff to where you're not having to worry about it every mission. But I'm not there yet. We'll try that mo, and if it gets too tough, we're just gonna back out and leave. Oh, of course we got one in the hallway down there. Okay.
Remember, wardens are...
Lock that one down.
Hey!
Hey, what? So that should be clear most of the way down here. Okay, they're right there. If I can even run over and lock that over the break room. Then I'll only have to deal with a few, hopefully. Oh, it's just these guys. Well, that's alright. Oh, if I could shoot straight. Yeah, blow them up. Blow them up. That took care of a few. Come on. There we go. Okay, it's locked down. Come here, refill.
Surprise, puppets! You mother!
Okay, so that's confirmed and Juve spawner right there. Oh, there comes another one. I still got 264 health. We're gonna grab whatever's in the break room. Lock this door to the garbage. don't think I got any food out of that, but yeah, I got one food. Yeah, I think I might call that good.
Failure.
Oh, yeah, I got my armor. Padded jacket.
WCG rewards proactive work. I'm making a note for your parole hearing.
So I got that going for me, which is nice. All right. Let's see. And sorry, guys, if I kind of got quiet with it and wasn't really talking much. I kind of get absorbed in the game. You know how it is. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do one more run, and then we'll just call that good for our first episode of Void Bastards. I have plenty of other, well, no, I wouldn't say plenty yet, but I do have a number of other games that we're playing on the channel. If you want to check them out, there's one um, somewhat similar to this, but it's more of a top-down called Heat Signature. It's another sci-fi where you're doing runs on ships. Usually on that one, you're less looting and you got specific missions on those to do that. So yeah, check that out. I do have some. See, we're also playing Kingdom of Amalur, the Re-Reckoning. So it's usually just called Kingdom of Amalur: The Reckoning. But the Re-Reckoning is basically just them making a note saying that this is the remastered version. And I was really pretty happy with the graphics quality on that. I mean, it's still kind of cartoony and kind of like your MMO games, uh, where the characters are a little cartoony and in a fantasy world, but it is very vivid colors and you know, and the combat's kind of fun. Sometimes a little stressful because I think it's built more for like a gamepad, and I'm more of a mouse and keyboard guy. But yeah, some of the like you could do some like finishing maneuvers essentially, and those are pretty sweet the way they animate them and things. But yeah, check that out, Kingdom of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. Let's see what else we got. I did a review of a demo of Cyclopean. It's kind of a Cthulhu, old school computer, monochrome computer adventure game where you're delving into the lower levels of the dreamlands, inspired by H.P. Lovecraft and the other authors that kind of took up those reins. Let's see what else we got. And then I also play Necess. That's just kind of a more of a chill game that I like to play when I don't want to fuss over too much. Just kind of take it easy. It's kind of like your top down, or well, kind of like your Zelda graphics, where you're just a little guy running around in a fantasy world. Um, I don't know. So I guess it's not completely 2D because I mean you do have different layers, like different layers of the. You can go down into caves and things like that, but it's kind of like your, um, yeah, it's basically the same kind of artwork like Zelda or Stardew Valley, that kind of thing. There's farming, there's village management, uh, but the great part is like as I say in those videos with the village management, you can set it up, and once you get it set, you don't have to fuss with it. I really like that feature of it, because some games like when you're kind of doing the survival thing, and it's not heavy survival obviously, but it becomes more of a chore than a game sometimes. And I like just being able to set things up and not have to worry about it. But if I choose to like say, oh, I want to, build another farm over here and or whatever, suit your fancy at the time, should be able to do that. Anyway, I'm kind of blathering on. I will. Let's get back to doing our next mission. So we need to pick another derelict to go to. Okay, the CNT licensed boat. That's a tax or bureaucratic ship. And they have merits, staples, and plaz. So merits are, again, that's kind of like your reward points, or it basically gives you access to things you don't normally have access to, essentially money. Staples are, that's like an ammunition for this world's equivalent of a shotgun, which we do not have yet. And plaz is basically plastic. And then we would have these little guys that explode and fight a few, or there'll be a few screws on board. Yeah, we have yet to really get a good look at a screw, but you kind of don't want to be in the same room as them. But I can definitely show you if we run across one next time. However, there is a part to build the stapler, and we can find staples on that ship. That could be handy. Stapler's kind of nice. You get kind of that wider shot, like a shotgun. Maybe a little bit more damage than the pistol. So our other option is the pack buzz barge with minimal oxygen. So it's a shorter supply of oxygen. So it's probably going to be like 3 minutes or something of oxygen. And there's going to be a lot of these bomb guys. And only a few janitors. Janitors aren't terrible. They're about like the Juves that we just ran into, but they're a little slower and bigger targets. And I don't know what it is with those Jews. I know they're kind of dodgy, but I just could not hit them for crap. So, okay, but this is another good one too, because it says it'll allow us, if we find the right part, it allows us to make a bushwhacker. Bushwhackers are basically proximity mines. So you can, it looks like a grenade, but it has like a magnetic base on it. So you just chuck it and it magnetically, attaches to the wall or floor. And then whatever walks into the proximity range that isn't you will trigger it and it'll blow up. Pretty good sized detonation, and you can take out a lot of good stuff a lot of bad guys that way. So, so decisions. Do I go for the stapler or the bushwhacker? So, weapon categories, you have like your main weapon, which can be a pistol, a shotgun, blah, blah, blah. And then there's the alternate weapon, which is like your taser, your needler, things like that. And then there's like an explosive kind of weapon, like the bushwhackers, or there's other like just um, regular hand grenades. There's things kind of more like a C4 package. So you can carry those 3 types of items. So like your basic weapon, kind of a specialty weapon or gadget, and then like explosives. And I'm probably forgetting things, but that's kind of like, 3 weapon slots essentially is what I'm trying to say. So the pistol and the shotgun, you can't take both. You have to have either one or the other. So I'm thinking I may go after the bushwhackers because that'll open up that other category. And I should find bushwhackers on board. So not only will I have the ability to build them, but I actually am finding a stash of them, hopefully. The problem is the minimum oxygen. I just gotta secure that oxygen room and maybe hack it so I can extend it. I have 48 merits, so that should be good for that hacking obstacle. Only have a few janitors to worry about, and everybody else explodes if you just get close to them. So that doesn't sound too terribly difficult. All right, we're heading for the pack buzz barge called the Soaring Hunt. Let's go. Oh, I heard a space whale. Okay. All right, let's go get it. Yeah, see, you got firearm device, and then we'll open up that third one if we were to get a bushwhacker or bushwhacker. I have 28 bullets. That's not that great. I probably won't find any more, but I'll save them only for the janitors. I won't shoot the little guys because all I have to do is really walk up close and then run away, and they'll blow up. The main thing is the oxygen. All right, here we go. Where's the oxygen? Oh, you gotta be great. You gotta be kidding me. There's no Atmo on here. Okay, speedrun time. That's gonna be a problem. So as far as our needs, we have 2 fuel and 6 food. So the food isn't critical. I mean, the food's not, or the fuel's not great. But I'm basically walking right into the helm, so I should be able to walk in there and figure out where things are at, and I can pause the game and kind of strategize from there. I'll lock the helm so they don't mess with me while I'm scheming. All right, let's do it. Oh no, the power's down. Well, that means that none of the doors are locked. Sorry, buddy. I also can't hack the... Oh, the turrets aren't active either. But I can't open any of the things. Crap. So I almost have to turn... Okay, so I got 320.
I appear to have lost my wife.
So they do have a security bot. Oh, there's the food. I mean, you gotta have some pretty low standards when you're scavenging like this. Okay, the security bot doesn't do...
Commence rodent management operations in the torpedo bay.
Hush now. Round, round, and round, and round. Yeah, I know, I know. Alright. I gotta go through the hab and into the Jenny. Then I'm gonna have to deal with turrets. There is 3 fuel over there, though. Lots of parts and stuff. I only have a minute, though. Man, this is gonna be a wash, I think, because I can't open anything because the power's out. Once I get the power, well, I'll run over, hit the generator, loot the few things on the way back, and see where I'm at. So there's no way to extend my oxygen supply. And once you do a run, you can't go back. Problematic. It's problematic. Okay, so behind me is the door. run in there to the hab, loop around to the Jenny, run down there and turn it on, come back here, grab the loot out of these rooms, and run for the ship. Yeah, that should be doable. Oh, another food. Hey, buddy. Okay, time check. And fuel's right there too. What's my oxygen? 1 minute. And I have no way of knowing if there's a turret down there or not, which there probably is. I know there's one here. Yeah, we just got to get out of here.
Someone let the cat out again.
Oxygen levels critical.
I know, buddy. We're leaving. We're leaving. Well, that was a bit of a bust. Got 2 food, though. On a ship that I was not expecting to get food, so... Yeah, take as it comes, I guess.
You clearly need help finding the parts required to build these useful items. You need a part locator.
Oh, thank
Please
you.
check the parts locker for a glow bulb to build one with.
Okay. Parts locker.
Are you looking for a glow bulb?
Yes.
Because the Steve is all out of those. Okay, let's employ some out-of-the-box thinking. A glow bulb could be constructed from plas and biomaterials. I'm surprised that you're hanging around here looking at that glow bulb, when you could be at the workbench building a part locator.
Yay.
Impressive. Now...
Yeah. Alright, part locator. That's gonna be handy. Any more parts to mess with? No. So... Oh, well, our line printer is in sight. We gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. One of them doesn't get us anything, so gonna need to find fuel on the Precious Glory Bon Voyage luxury ship, or else we're gonna be stranded in space. Oh yeah, and I should mention too, these little ladders. So the Sargasso Nebula is kind of more dangerous the deeper you go. That's kind of why we're trying to hurry up and save the big ship, because it's starting to drift lower and lower and that kind of thing. So the threat is real. But sometimes, for those really valuable parts. You have to delve deep into the nebula. So that is kind of the way they build the game. The lower you go, the better the loot, the bigger the risk, that kind of thing. But for now, we're just kind of getting started, so we're probably just going to stick around the level 1 and 2 range until we can get, better supplies and so forth. So we'll have the luck ship. We can stop down at Krellmart. Krellmart's like a little self-service convenience store. And they always have at least one food and one fuel. So we could get, let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, we're definitely needing fuel from the Lux ship. Then once we stop at visit Krellmart, we can go up to this ENT license boat HOD and get our line printer, hopefully. And just because there's a line printer here doesn't mean there isn't one down the road. So if we screw up and miss that, there's always going to be other opportunities. It's just going to take longer. But yeah, all right. I think I will exit out of that for now. And that was Void Bastards, everybody. Just like to thank you for stopping by to watch. And we'll continue this on, much like I had all these on these other videos. I'll probably be doing multiple episodes of them. And see how that works. If there's anything in particular you want me to try playing, and if I have it, I will certainly give it a go. I'm not too much on like the really, I'm not a super great gamer, as you can probably tell when I was having trouble shooting those little fellas. But so the really difficult ones are kind of beyond me usually. But like I said, I'd be willing to give it a try as long as I have it. If that's something you would find entertaining, I'd be happy to do that for you. But for right now, I'm going to call it quits for today. And like I said, thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate your support. And if you do like these videos, please click like and subscribe. It's just it helps me out. Kind of keeps you in the loop for future videos for you. So appreciate it. And you guys have a good day or good night. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.